Stay here by yourself.
I know we are just settling in from lunch, but we do have a great opportunity here, and it's a nice afternoon for us to be able to hear some beautiful music from both our band and our orchestra. I'm not going to talk for very long because it is quite a full performance. You can see how large of a band we have, and we also have a large orchestra, and then they also have to change over in between. So there is a lot to squeeze into a short period of time. We'll probably go a little bit longer than the period, but that's okay, because this is a special opportunity. So I am going to, before I jump in, I do want to make sure that we thank, I'm not going to list them all again on time, but I want to thank our entire music staff for all the work. All 3 grades is 6th grade, so it's very much a culminating experience. So the ones who taught them in 4th grade and 5th grade and 6th grade all contributed to what we're going to hear today. So I would like to give one round of applause before we start to our entire music staff. A little bit more about the music. I don't think I need to remind you guys as 6th graders. I'm a little concerned, but I don't think I need to remind you as 6th graders to be a respectful audience, to your classmates, to sit back, relax, enjoy the music, but please be a respectful audience as they have worked hard all year long and for many years to perform for you today. So I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Forrest, and she'll be able to talk to you a little bit about the music you're going to hear.
As Mr. Gilnitz said, my name is Mrs. Forrest, and I'm the 6th grade band director here at Mill Pond School, and we're so excited to play for you this afternoon, I should say. We are going to be playing 3 pieces for you this afternoon. But before we start with our first piece, I would like to thank Mr. Gilnitz, Ms. Robertson, and Mr. Slomsky, Mr. Martin, the Director of Fine Arts for Westboro Public Schools, and also my music colleagues, Ms. Hardy, Mrs. Jakes, Ms. Clemens, and Ms. Garrett. I'd like to thank the entire 6th grade teachers and the specialists for allowing this great opportunity for us to show you what we've been doing during period 7 for a long, long time. And I'd like to thank the grade 6 audience members for being so courteous and generous to let us give this musical gift to you today. So, without further ado, we are going to start with Knightsbridge March, and the composer of that is Bruce Pearson. everyone that their Bandorama concert last month, where all the bands in Westboro Public Schools played one piece, and that was the piece that the 6th grade band played. So we started with that today. The second is going to be a combination of 3 exercises out of their sectional book that they do for their sectional lessons. And we're going to play 1, 2, 3 right in a row, so they'll all be like one unit. So the first tune is entitled Michael Finnegan. The second is titled Skill Builder Processional Dance. And the third is titled Baja Breeze. And those 3 melodies were written by Bruce Pearson and Ryan Nowlin. Our final selection is a piece titled Centurion by Mark Williams.
I'm the 6th grade orchestra conductor. We're going to get started right away. We also have 3 pieces for you. Before I do that, another couple of thank yous that I have to mention. As you just saw the last 10 minutes, the rapid switchover, that takes a big team of people. So a massive thank you for that and for many other things to Ms. Garrett and Ms. Clemens for the other string team, and Ms. Hardy, who was helping out with setup. She was here too. Ms. Mars, they're all down here. So So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, our first piece is another Mark Williams piece. You just heard a piece by him for band, now you're going to hear one for orchestra. This piece is called Fiddles at Shady Gulch. Our second piece in the program is one that many of you have probably heard before. It's called Carol of the Bells, something you hear a lot around this time of year. We have a special kind of added-on intro that you also might recognize from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra version of this piece. So we have little inspiration from them, but we're also doing our own little orchestral version. So we have a small group of students who will be doing that extra intro. So after this piece, they'll stand to be acknowledged. You can see who played that extra part. So this is Carol of the Bells. right, I think we did amazing on time because we have one more piece, so we will get out before the end of the period. So that's kind of amazing, we made it work. All right, our last and final piece is something sixth grade teachers, you have heard many times before. It's kind of a sixth grade tradition. This is Dragon Hunter by Richard Meyer. So this is our last piece on the program, probably our favorite one. Thank you all so much for being a fantastic audience. So thank you very much.